Too many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Divine Connection Marketing is a 500 Fortune company that can always connect you to the right connection. Check them out.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Well, great day, everyone. Hope all is well. I am your host and CEO of Divine Connections. I'm Deloris Williams. So welcome everyone to the show. Make sure you like and share this broadcast because we have a lot of great information we want to share with you on today. So Divine Connection is a faith-based and inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance moms, vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. So you have the opportunity to advertise your business or your ministry in the next issue. So we do half page and full page options, and your ad will run for 3 months. We also do 2 big events a year, one in March, which is my anniversary, and we've been around for 13 years now, continuing to celebrate great things. Then we have our event in October, which is called Bring It, where we bring in praise dance moms, vendors, youth vendors, and we come together and network and worship together with different churches and organizations and the community at its highest peak. So we are so excited about that. So mark your calendar for the next big event, Saturday, October the 14th at the Mebane Arts Center. We are so excited about what is getting ready to happen. We also have our online store, which is our Divine Connections apparel, where we have shirts, hats, hoodies, all those good things. We have over 100 items. So you can go shopping there and let someone know that you are a Divine Connections and that you are God's divine connection as well. And then we also have our app. Our app is now out, where you can go to your Google Play Store or your Apple Store and go to Divine Connections magazine and download our app as well. So, and then on Wednesdays, we have our podcast from the hours of 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where people share who they are, what they do, and give us a word of encouragement as well, and contact information so you can connect with them if you need their product or service or resource. So we are grateful for the opportunity to share with you what we have going on and great people that's making it happen in the world. So now we're going to go to our sponsors and shed some light or some insight on what they're doing in the community, and we'll be right back.
The bad news is suicides rise again in the U.S., increases highest among Black people ages 10 to 24. People need hope. The good news is hope is on the way. Join Mothers in Crisis Hope Pass It On campaign. Please visit makeahopeconnection.com. Hope, pass it on, and save a life.
Awesome. Hope, pass it on, and save a life. That is one of our sponsors. So you definitely want to make sure you connect with that organization as well. Everybody needs to know that there is hope and there is encouragement to keep on pushing and making it happen, regardless of what you're going through in life. And so let's get into it. As again, don't forget to save the date, Saturday, October the 14th, for the Bring It event for Divine Connections. And so I'm going to show you a little clip of what happened last year so you can get an idea of what we do. Awesome. So again, mark your calendar for Saturday, October the 14th. Now, let me show you just a little bit insight of what you will see once you go to our online store. Awesome. So there's a variety of things that you can shop. We have over 100 products in our store. So go and make a connection and let somebody know that they are your divine connection. Okay, awesome. So again, the opportunity is available for you if you have an awesome business or awesome event, ministry, different things going on, and you could advertise in the magazine. You can also be a guest on the show. So if you're watching this and you want to share with people who you are, what you do, upon approval, just text me. We'll talk about it and see if we can get you scheduled as an interview on the show as well. So you can text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. And our events, you can go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events as well to stay updated with what's going on. All right. So how do you stay connected with Divine Connections? Go to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com and join our email list. We also have our Divine Connections Marketing on Facebook. So like that page. We're also on Instagram. So follow us there at Divine Connections and click on our subscribe to our YouTube channel on YouTube, of course, at The Divine Connections. Subscribe and click the notification button so you can know who we are, what we're doing, who's making it happen, our events, our interviews, and different things like that. So you want to stay connected. Also, if you have not received one, our current magazine is now available for you. So Divine Connections magazine is now here. You can get this current issue. It is divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscription. So we have hard copy and we have digital copy as well. You can do hard copy and change the quantity of the number of magazines you would like. So you can share it with your church members, your family members, your organization, your hair salons, different things like that to get the word out as well. We have a lot of phenomenal connections at my event. We had men speakers talking about mental health, life, and challenges, and that was awesome. They were either in ministry or entrepreneur. All of their information is in here. All of my vendors that I had in my event, all of their information is in here. Different organizations. This is Open Door Ministries. That's in High Point, North Carolina. They help with getting men on their feet and veterans as well. And they do so many other things as well. So definitely stay connected with all of those resources. Magazine is only $12 for a hard copy. So make sure you get a copy of the Divine Connections magazine. Okay. Also, we have sponsorship. If you have a 30-second commercial already done, and we'll see if it works with our program and what we're doing. And upon approval, we can do a 3 month agreement with your have your 30-second commercial on our show, so we can share with the masses who you are and what you do. And for that, it's only 150, and that will run for 3 months, so people can continue to see who you are, what you do. Visibility and marketing is one of the major things to get your name and your ministry out there. Okay. And then also, if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, your organization, your book, your gospel group, anything you have going on, your events, we do those as well. I'm also blessed to have my first book, with my second book, I'm sorry, called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire, helping people. So I talk about the goals that I have accomplished with the help of the Lord, having faith in myself and the God that I trust. Not only that in my personal life, but also in my business life as well, and how I've built divine connections. So if you want to know how I do what I do, get the book, The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire, helping people. It is on Amazon. It is also on Walmart.com. If you're in Greensboro area, it's at Friendly Shopping Center at the Next Chapter Bookstore and Ben Boy's Restaurant. And then it is also, you can also get it from me, and I'll send you a signed copy as well. The next on our list is you can journal together with us this year. Our journals are available. So it's called Making It Happen. You are a divine connection. We write the vision, we make it plain, we execute, and we celebrate. And we'll look back at what God has done for us throughout these times and the seasons in which we have been blessed to live in, and what we've accomplished with the help of the Lord. All right. So journal with us. It's called Making It Happen. You are a divine connection. All right. And then don't forget to go to our download it from your phone, your Google, or your Apple Store, Divine Connections Magazine. That is our app, and get connected with us. A lot of major things going on. And then don't forget to go shop at our store, over 100 products, bit.ly/Divine Connections Store. All right. We look forward to connecting with you in any of all those ways that we have going on now. For the good part of our podcast, our speaker, our guest is in the house. His name is Cory Graves, and he has a lot of things going on in the community. So let's tune in and welcome Mr. Cory Graves and Pastor Cory Graves. Hold tight. Great day. How are you?
I am awesome. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Welcome to Divine Connection. So excited that you are here today.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So let's get into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
I am born and raised right here in the city of Greensboro. Actually, Brown Summit is where I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Moved away, lived in Rocky Mount for a number of years, and came back here probably about 20 plus years ago, and been here ever since.
Wow. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. So in the time frame that you have shifted and moved here, what exactly are you doing?
Well, I was an educator. I started out in Guilford County when I first moved back, and then I left Guilford County and went into Forsyth County. And I served 15 years in Forsyth County as a special education teacher, primarily with the hospital homebound department, which
Mm,
allowed me to travel over the county, go in and out of the hospitals and detention centers for children that
uh-huh.
were special needs that needed to be served educationally.
Yeah.
So that's what I've done. Also, about a year after I came back, I started pastoring. I'm the lead pastor at White Oak Grove Baptist Church, right in the city of Greensboro, where I've been for 20 years. So, yeah,
Awesome.
celebrating the 20-year anniversary this year, as a matter of fact.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to that, because we know that is not an easy journey.
Yeah, indeed.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And you also are an author, and you have written a book as well.
Yep, I have a couple of adult books. It's a little series. The title of it is Chosen to be Challenged, and
Mm,
then What Happens After the Challenge. I think with that, we tend to become the victim of struggles that we have. And
mm,
uh, many, many years ago, I realized that the God that I serve would not allow me to be tested any more than I'm able to be
mm,
tested, which means that if I'm in the third grade spiritually, God only gives me a third grade test. He doesn't give me a fifth grade test because he knows that I can't handle it. And he's only giving me what I can handle. So I realized that every trial that I went through, I was chosen for that. And
Come on.
me and that trial were married together to where I know that God intends for me to win. But even
Mm-hmm.
with that, many of us, after we go through what we struggle with or after we go through our challenge, we don't know what to do with the victory. And after divorce or after a loss or after a loss of a job or whatever, we still feel like we're the victim. And
Mm-hmm.
it's time to regroup. It's time to reinvent
Yeah.
yourself after that challenge. So those are my first two. I have another adult book that's actually about to be released towards the end of the summer that
Okay.
I'm excited about. And
Yeah.
I have four children's books that I've written too over the course of the last few years. And it's primarily geared around diversity and inclusion and social and emotional well being. So that's me in a nutshell over the last couple of years.
Awesome. Awesome. And where can people find your books?
You can go to coryagraves.com, coryagraves.com, and you can order there. They're on Amazon. They're at Walmart, Target. Um, they're also, I heard you say that you were at Ben's Boys, so I have some
Yeah.
there at Ben's Boys as well. And of course, you
Mm-hmm.
can go to sfcdefine.com, which is the name of my business, SFC Define. It stands for Strong, Focused, and Confident. So,
Mm.
yeah, you got several different ways to reach out.
Awesome. 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 And so, just give us some ideas of what you guys are doing also in the community with the churches.
Well, my church, I love my congregation. I love my
Yeah.
church family. They are awesome. We don't broadcast a lot of what we do. One of the things that I find is that, like for me, if I'm in a rough place, I don't want to become somebody's platform.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't want to be somebody's Facebook post. So we keep a
That's
lot
right.
of stuff we do. We keep a lot of stuff that we do private, but we have a food pantry where we feed hundreds of people every fifth weekend. We feed the homeless shelter at Greensboro Urban Ministry. We There's an area in Greensboro proper. It's called Tent City. So we make sure that those that we can't help um, to get in housing, that they're at least comfortable. They have food. We make sure that they have, toiletries and stuff like that. We just partnered with the Department of Social Services in Beaufort County to help. There is an enormous amount of children that are waiting placement for foster care. So
Mm.
we have partnered with them to help find children foster care placement. That started in-house, and we're just sort of kind of trying to let it matriculate throughout the county so that people can step up and provide a good stable home for these children. Also, I started working with those young men. I heard you talk about that in your introduction about your
Yeah.
company. Um, we at age 21, every kid phases out of foster care. Literally, they get zero help. As on their 21st birthday, they get zero help. So
Mm.
we, to keep them off the streets, to keep them out of prisons and out of jails and out of the graveyard, I've started a business that I funnel through my church, that we help these kids find housing, find constant work, based off of my name. So what these companies do, if I vet them, they go through a little series of classes with me. And once they're
Mm-hmm.
vetted, then just regardless of their background, regardless of their work history, based off of my name, they allow them to come in and work, which is like saying, here is, a silver platter for you. Now, either you're going to
Yeah.
want a hand up or a hand out. And for anybody that wants a hand up, then they are definitely put in a position where they can thrive and be a successful adult if they choose to do so.
I love that. I love that because I love different organization and ministries that are one kingdom minded. That's why the open book, I mean, open door stood out to me. for that
Mm-hmm.
organization and how point helping individuals get back on your feet. So now I know that you do that as well. That's definitely
Absolutely.
good to go. And I used to work at Greensboro Urban Ministry because I had a client that we used to take out there and volunteer. We was out there for like 13 years. So that's definitely
Wow.
a awesome place to be. Yeah, that's phenomenal. So I love that you're doing great things in the community. You have a book. What else do you have going on that you want to share?
No, that's it. That's keeping me busy. I don't look to add stuff to my plate. I just work with what I got. Like I said, I'm celebrating this year. The end of September is my 20-year anniversary as the lead
That's
pastor at
right.
White Oak. Thank you. And
Yeah.
so that's been an amazing journey. It certainly doesn't feel like it's been 20 years. And I tell people whenever there is a challenging moment that it was in the job description. It may have been written in small print, but just because I didn't read it, don't mean it wasn't there. So
That's right.
yeah, it was there. So that's it. I've got that going on, and I'm excited about that. And
Mhm.
just trying to mentor some guys. I do life coaching too as well. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I do life coaching. I try to have seminars to where I'm not really into one-on-one. I really like group sessions because I feel like if you're in a group that challenges you to get and extract what you need to get. One-on-one, I have to keep fighting and trying to get you to get it. But in a group setting, you either walk away with your hands full or your hands empty. And
Mm,
so
like that.
that's the part that I like when I'm able to stand in front of a group and just help people to realize who they are. One of the foundations of SFC Define, it stands for Strong, Focus, and Confident, is teaching people how to define who they are based
Yeah,
off of who they are so that no one else gets a chance to. I think we
that's right.
live in a society where everybody wants to attach labels and everybody wants to do things to other people based off of their perception. And I just feel like that you ought to be able to be who you are and define who you are based off of who you are. So that's the thing, and not so much as to what people are saying or thinking about you, but just know who you are.
Awesome, awesome. I love that. And this foundation, are people able to connect with this foundation?
Absolutely. You can do it through SFC Define, or you can do it through Cory A. Graves. The
Uh-huh.
website is still there, and contact information, all of that stuff is on the website for those Cory A. Graves as well as SFC Define.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, I love what you're doing in the community. Keep making it happen. And let's end with some words of encouragement.
Um, I think the encouraging thing that I would say to everybody is, I think we are so caught up with allowing people to tell us who we are. And I
Yeah.
think by doing so, we are placed in boxes with limitations and parameters. And I realized a long time ago that the only limitation that's on my life and every life is the one that we set on it ourselves. I don't think God ever intended for us to live in a box. I don't think he ever intended for us to live in boundaries. I think life is meant to be lived trusting as well as trying different things and new things. It bothers me when I hear pastors, and I was guilty too. I'll be the first to admit that, how we
Yeah.
talk about a God that is so big, that is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we could ask or think. But when it comes to our personal lives, that's not what we actually believe, because we
Mm,
put those restrictions and limitations on ourselves. And I think I heard when you were talking about your business in the introduction, how you trust the God that you believe in, as well as trusting yourself. And I think
mhm.
that we're one and the same. I think that's what relationship is about. Spirituality is all about. We've reduced God down to a religious God.
Come
And
on,
I
sir.
don't believe that he is a religious God. I believe that he is an expansive spiritual God that is truly any and everything that we need him to be. So I'll stop there. So, you
Look,
can feel
look,
free
this is the
to.
part I like right here. I like the flow.
Yeah,
But I love
yeah.
what you're saying because it's just, ooh, having faith. Because I know, like, being an entrepreneur, and even with the transition of me from the pandemic, when I was working with my client for 19 years, and then I felt like God was giving me an option, like, you can continue to do what you're doing, or you can work your business full time. But that was a leap of faith, a step of faith, because what I'm saying, when you're consistent and doing one thing for a long time, and then you jump out on faith, and you don't know really how it's going to work. You believe it's going to work, but it's going to take some time and trusting people and connecting with people, and that takes time, and still taking care of your own personal things, your bills, and all that stuff continue to go, and you have to trust God, in all of that. But I could say that, I continue to meet people, network, and God has not failed me yet. What I'm saying? Sometimes it get a little iffy. You be like, okay, Lord, now,
Yeah,
that bill pay ready is ready to be
exactly.
paid. But what I'm
Exactly.
saying, and when you're working your business, it's not as like when you're working your job, what's coming in, what's going out. And so when you're working a business, it can be up and down,
Hmm.
some really good, some bad, some in between. But having that faith, and like you were talking about, we gotta have that faith in the God that we trust. I've done it for when I went to college. I made sure that I was not going to pay for college. I made the college pay for my college. When I graduated with honors. Then I got a house built as a single person at the age of 27. So now I'm like, okay, Lord, now I need this house paid off, so I don't have to worry about that. And it's
Yeah.
just having that faith. I need that same faith I had when I was just like, the college going to pay for my education. So I need that
Exactly.
same faith, or a better faith, rather,
And
or more faith. Yeah.
right. And that's what moves God. One of my favorite scriptures is Hebrews 11:6, where the writer says, you have to first believe that he
Mhm.
is, and
Yes.
then you have to believe that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. And
Yes.
I think that we got the first part.
Mm-hmm.
We all believe that he is, but we fail to believe that he is a rewarder for those who ask to be rewarded. Um,
Mm.
we don't ask to be rewarded because most of the time we don't think we're worthy. We think
Mm-hmm.
so and so can get it, but I done messed up somewhere and that keeps me
Mm-hmm.
from getting it. So we don't ask. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, Another scripture says, "Ask and and he will give, and knock and." But in the original manuscript, it says, "Ask and keep on asking, knock
Oh,
and
okay.
keep on knocking."
Come on.
Seek and keep on seeking. I think when we find ourselves getting comfortable in a place, we need to ask for something more. We need to
Mm-hmm.
seek for something greater. And those are
Yeah.
the kinds of things that we need to do. And it's all about establishing that relationship with God
Mm-hmm.
and knowing who he is to you.
Right. And that's almost like, going from glory to glory, continuing to grow and
Absolutely.
go at the same time. So I had faith back then. I still got to have faith now, but it's a little
Yeah,
different.
absolutely.
I it's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit more detailed and extensive, and
Exactly.
more walking on faith, what I'm saying,
That-
and believing God for bigger. Sometimes even with me, I feel like I don't believe big, what I'm saying, as big as I could, because I'm right here, and if I can take care of it, I can do it. But if we are believers, we should put our faith in it, and let believe for greater things.
Absolutely. And that's one of our issues. I think my interpretation of the prayer of Jabez is when he said, enlarge my territory. I
Yeah,
pray for
yeah.
increase. I literally believe that he was saying, God, expand my mind. We
Yeah.
take it so literal that we think he was just talking about acreage, but he
Mm,
was literally saying, I need to think bigger. I pray for increase. Keep your hand upon me so that evil cannot harm me,
yeah,
meaning that he can't
that's right.
attack my mind. So
Ooh,
the
that's a whole
bigger
nother.
the bigger I pray, the more likelihood that I'm going to be attacked. But As I think bigger, as I
Yeah.
ask for more, keep
Come
your
on.
hand on me. So I really think it
Yeah.
was more of a mental aspect of him saying, God, I know you have blessed me, but now I
Mm-hmm.
need to see how big you
Yeah.
actually can be, And so that's the thing with that.
Absolutely. Because I think in the pandemic, a lot of people got tested. Churches got tested. Individuals got tested. People lost jobs. It's just
Yeah.
like, are you going to believe in the God that you're talking about?
And
He
I
has not
think,
changed.
yes, I really believe that the pandemic was 100% sent by God to make sure that people can. I started writing children's books. It's crazy because my children's books, I was during the pandemic, I was here and I would just be reading and I would go on YouTube and find things like your show that just try to keep motivated and inspired. And every
Mm-hmm.
time that I would turn on a YouTube channel, no matter what the channel, this advertisement would pop up and it would say, you too can be a children's book author. And
Mm,
for a solid week, every time I touched my phone, that's what would pop up. And I
mm-hmm.
finally said that Friday, okay, if that's what you want me to do, I'll be a children's book author.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
immediately ideas started flooding into my head. And honestly, from that day to this one, I've not seen that advertisement anymore. So I really
Mm.
believe it was God just,
Nudging you.
expanding me,
Yeah.
yeah, nudging me. And I could have ignored it like most of us tend to do when God
Yeah.
taps us. But I did. And it has been such a blessing, such a blessing.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, listen, I am grateful for what you are doing in the community, how you are making it happen, not only in, just your life, but also in the churches and organization and in the community, how you are embracing people and helping people. So, continue to make it happen. Let's definitely stay connected. And we will go from there. So thank you, Pastor Cory, for being my guest on today. Y'all go connect with him, get his children's books, go visit his church, do some things in the community, and let's continue to make it happen. Hold tight. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. Y'all hold tight, and we will talk to you soon. Hold on, Pastor.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution, so get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.